What's going on, everybody? Crazy Monkey Crypto here, and today we got something in the mail, and I want to show you guys what it is, how to set it up, and why it is actually necessary to do. But this is the Wingbits GeoSigner device, and this is necessary for the BYOD, or build your own device, Wingbits setups. So right now I currently have mine running on just a simple Raspberry Pi, but I know that they now have some pretty expensive ones that combine, I think, with WeatherXM or something. But we need these, I believe, as like an authentication tool that you need to set up, I believe, by the 25th of March. So about a month and a half, month and 3/4 away. But I want to open this up, take a look, and see what we're working with, and actually get it installed and get our system rebooted so that we are all set to go. So let's open this thing up. All right, so this is our device. It came with a QR code that says like how to set it up, but it had some like a secret code and a serial number, so I didn't want to show that on video. But you guys can see we have the actual device thing. One thing I did notice is it's like insanely scratched. The box was sealed, so I'm not worried that it's been like tampered with or anything, but it's just kind of, I mean, you guys can see it even on the video, just kind of weird from like a quality control standpoint to be sending out super scratched hardware. It's kind of strange. But here we have a USB adapter, and that will work with the USB end here. So we will connect that so we can have a little bit of range and flexibility off of our actual Wingbits, just like that. Here we have, I forget exactly what this is called, but I believe this is similar to the antenna port that you use. So this will plug into our Raspberry Pi. This is the connector, and we got some nice looking stickers. I personally think stickers are really stupid. I don't know anybody that actually uses them, but to each their own. Then you guys can see, I'm not sure what Robin points are. You guys can see we have this nice little message here. Thanks for being an early adopter, which I was. And then we have the other side of our antenna that will screw on into here. So from my understanding, essentially, all you have to do is plug this guy in, or shut down your Pi, plug this guy in, restart it, and run a command, and then we will be good to go. Really simple, but I wanted to show you guys anyways in case you have this similar setup. So I'm going to go ahead and get this plugged into my Raspberry Pi. We'll shut down the Raspberry Pi and then reboot it with the new command, and we should be good to go. All right, so we are over on this documentation here, and I got this from their Discord, but I will link this in the video description if you want to actually get it. So we will SSH into our Raspberry Pi because they claim they have a new client that replaces Vector to actually feed the data to the server by utilizing the GeoSigner. So I already have my SSH pulled up, but we will copy this command, and I will go ahead and type it in via a PuTTY connection or however else you want to SSH into your Raspberry Pi. Okay, so it took like 2 or 3 minutes, but it says installation complete. We had no issues there. As they say up here, it'll ask you for your station ID. You can either type it back in or just click enter again if it's still there. But now we run this sudo shutdown now. I believe which just does like a safe shutdown of the Raspberry Pi. All right, and so we're powered off. So now let's go back, and I'll show you guys. We'll just plug it in, and then reboot. We should be good to go. All right, so we are over by my Raspberry Pi device. Yes, I know it is dirty. I need to clean it off. But you guys can see that this just plugs into one of the USB ports. You don't have to unplug your antenna, however you guys have it configured. And that should really be it. So we should just be able to reboot and then run a command to make sure everything looks good, and then we are all set. Okay, and so I gave it some time. I let it run. I did have to adjust the setup slightly But this is what you guys should get back. You run this command sudo wingbits status. You guys can see I had to run it a couple different times. It said ensure the antenna is facing the sky. It didn't like where I had my GeoSigner. So you want your GeoSigner to have kind of a clear sight up, because it needs to connect with satellites, and all satellites are above us. So you want to make sure that it has good visibility upwards. Probably not far away from your antenna, because you want your antenna, to be optimally positioned. I'm not an expert with the whole with angles and what kind of antenna, but I have both of them pretty close together, and they're both facing up. So you guys can see the Wingbits service, data input status, and Wingbits connection are all okay, and you can see the GeoSigner was okay. We can run it again. It pulled 5 satellites. Now it's pulling 7 satellites. So. Yeah, that's it, guys. It's pretty straightforward upgrade. But if you do have a build your own device and you're looking for kind of a step-by-step, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I hope you guys got something out of it. If you do need troubleshooting, they do have stuff here. Again, I will leave this article down in the video description in case you guys run into any of these issues. But with that, guys, I appreciate all of you. Please hit the subscribe and the like button on your way out. And without anything else, make sure to track some flights. And as always, smash some blocks.